Just Talks. I'm Justin Neely. Co-hosting with me is my guy Jason.
What up?
And our special guest today from North Potomac, Maryland, fellow Great Dane for our ladies women basketball team, Jessica Tomasetti. Welcome to the show.
What's up?
All right, so the first segment of today is the recap from my Missouri UMass trip.
It wasn't really much of a game.
No, it was a blowout. But first, we'll go over a little bit of a haul here. So the first thing I got at the game was, so I brought the jersey of the game. Oh gosh, I'm taking my headphones up here. I got it signed by Luther Burden. So shout out Luther for doing that for me.
Shout out Luther.
Made sure he knew that it was the NIL version, so I made sure he always got paid for that. And let's go. I got a haul here, so. The first thing was pretty cool. It was free, but they tricked you, and you'll see why. So they gave us towels because it's the maroon out, but nobody cares because UMass. But so this is the towel here. This is the towel. Now the reason why they trick you is they make sure you know both teams are on it, but then make the color red. So then Missouri fans are using it, and it makes them seem like there's more UMass fans when it was just all Missouri. So, but it's cool as a date on it. Shout out them. Next thing we got here. This is off of the body Luther Burden himself. We got a wristband here. I don't know. See, I don't know if this is actually, I think this is custom. I've never seen it before. So it says nasty wideouts on it. And yeah, it has Mizzou on the other side. It's pretty cool. Game worn, but yeah.
Came over some merch, the jerseys.
Oh no, I told them, I said, whatever you're comfortable taking off, I'm ready to take it. You know? And the last thing was from the running back. Oh gosh, I gotta remember his name. Oh, Carroll, Marcus Carroll. Shout out Marcus Carroll. We got some.
Oh, you got the gloves.
We got some gloves. and these are fire. You got the Nike from Missouri. Got the yeah, it's pretty cool pair of gloves. Shout out to him. But yeah, I got a pretty good haul. Yeah, you know, I got the gloves, the wristband. Oh, and we can't forget the helmet.
Yeah, I was gonna say you got the helmet too. Yeah.
I'll take it out of the box real quick. And the result is this is the helmet. Yep. This is the finished product, the helmet. We even got Coach on here. First time getting a coach, because some reason coaches are always annoying about signatures because they want to look tough. But I got pretty much everybody besides the quarterback Freddie Cook. Unfortunately, I'll leave it here for the podcast. It should be fine, right? Okay. It's a nice decoration here. It's kind of bland.
Yeah, you're good.
All right, so I'll leave it there. See, the thing about Brady was, the problem is he does all these interviews, and by the time he's coming in, he could only sign like 2, because you know I don't know if it's the same thing in basketball, but like there's like a locker room like talk not that long after the game
and interviews and then.
Well, yeah, so he did the interviews first, and then it was kind of late, so he was like, oh, I gotta go to the coach because someone like tapped on his shoulder. So I didn't get Brady cooked, but I mean there's not much room here, so. Yeah, I gotta fill that. You know, by the way, something I have to bring up. UMass food is insane. Like the actual school food is nuts.
Yeah.
It was a euphoric experience. No, I'm not even joking. Like I didn't expect school food to be like this, but it's insane. I looked it up. It's like the #1 campus food in the country.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So
my cousin went to school there, and she took me to the dining hall.
It's good, right? Yeah, it's insane. And like we have the campus center, right? But that's like our best food. It's not the dining hall. But their dining hall is nuts.
Yeah.
It's remarkable. It's expensive though, I'm not gonna lie. It was like $15. You know, it was pretty expensive. But anyway, but the cool thing is, you know, I got some food from the campus, got to try that out. Now the thing is, I had so much fun, I may go back. Well, yeah, so the game would be Liberty.
Okay.
I have to, you know, see if that's going to go on the JCal road trip.
Right.
Now, if it does, you know, it depends. Liberty has to win this week because Caden Salter is still second round, third round pick in the NFL, and he is, you know, and they're undefeated right now. So that all they have to do is keep winning, and then I'll buy the ticket. Now, the thing is about Liberty that's worth mentioning. I wanted to get a jersey, you know, support my guy. They don't have an NIL option. That's messed up. Because I'm like, they only have the game day grade version on Fanatics, which I don't know if you know what that means, but none of it goes to player. And that's not my thing here.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to, so I was like upset because I'm not going to get a jersey, but it's fine. I'll just have the mini helmet, Maybe, I need to get another pair of gloves though, because I want to get a collection and see how many gloves I can get, but we'll see.
That'd be dope.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
Now the thing is, the reason why I like this stadium so much is because it's awful. Like, the reason why I was able to get so close to players is their food, they don't have a concourse.
Right.
The food's on the field.
Oh, on the field?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy? So they have literally like a rope around the field.
Yeah.
And you can literally just walk on the field. And so it's kind of concerning because like when the Missouri players went to leave the field, it was completely covered.
Yeah.
It's like you see like how Albany has, what we have in the parking lot.
Yeah.
They had it on people were just covering the field.
Yeah.
And like the players, like that could cause injury. And
Definitely.
also I feel like it's not that safe. What if someone's like crazy and just hits them or something?
Yeah.
I don't understand. But for me it was great. I was able to but the only bad thing about it was I bought like expensive tickets to not even sit in my seats. Because it's like you can just
You go
be on the
wherever you
field.
want, yeah.
So I'm never doing that again. I'm gonna get resale tickets, whatever, cheapest I can get.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, great experience overall. Shout out Missouri, shout out Luka Burden, but that game was ridiculous. Now he got hurt in that game. That's worth mentioning. I'm scared. I'm hoping he only got hurt, like he only got pulled from the game because it was a minor injury and they were already beating them by a large margin. I hope it wasn't anything serious because he's their best player. And Weiss is all right, but he's no Luka Burden. And I'm sorry, Brady. I enjoy your quarterback play, but you're not anything too special. Donovan doesn't. Donovan doesn't. No, but he's a good college D1 SEC quarterback, but he's not a Jalen Milroe. He's not a Carson Beck. So he's not like an NFL quarterback. So that's the thing. You need your top receiver. Hopefully he's healthy because Missouri. I don't know if you saw the schedule. It's getting tougher now, and they need to win. They can only have one more loss or their season's over.
Yeah, they got Auburn, Alabama. Now they got some games. Arkansas is the finale. They got some tough ones left. So.
That's what I'm saying. So you only have to lose one more game. If you're hurt, that's going to be a huge killer. Now, yeah. But my heart goes out to you UMass Minutemen fans if you exist. Because
you exist is crazy.
I didn't see him. The stadium was yellow. It was all yellow.
It was all yellow.
It's
with
insane.
Red towels.
Yeah.
Yellow with red towel.
So it was insane. It was a complete away game. All I heard is I am MIZ and then ZOU. That's all I heard. No UMass chants. It was so bad that they had to get people on the field to start doing like faculty to do that chant. Because nobody, there was no fans. Yeah, it was, and you had the Minutemen mascot. No one cared for him. Then you have the Mizzou Tiger, and everyone, even the UMass fans that were like 6 or 7 of them that went to the school, they were taking pictures with the Tiger. It was by the end of the first quarter, there was nobody there for UMass. So it was brutal for the players. Everybody asks me that was at the game that goes to school. If you're the players, how do you come into that game? Because it's different than basketball, right? So if you play, like when you play Kentucky, and then when you play, let's say Clemson, when you played Clemson in 22, or Seton Hall, or any of those schools, or TCU last year. Now, the thing about these games is, even if you get killed, you're fine. When I went to the game, I'm telling you, these players were double the size of the UMass players. Like it seemed like
there's definitely a big difference between Mizzou and
they looked literally like Mizzou looked like their defensive line looked like monsters. We're talking 6'9", 300 pounds. So if you're the coach, how do you plan here? Because you don't want to just your team to get killed, right? Like if you have someone like 5'8", 120, and then going against,
gotta pray, man.
Like
pray.
I was saying, you have to do like a pass, go out of bounds. Go pass, go out of bounds. Your season could be over that night.
Yeah, take as least hits as possible.
Because I wonder if that's how they thought. Because in the basketball process, you don't worry about that as much, But in football, I wonder if in their head they already have that losing mentality where they're just like, let's just get out here alive. Or if they actually are like, we're gonna win this game. Because I'm curious. Because all shout out to you if you think you're gonna win that game, but you're not, one. And two, like you could die by the end of it. Like you have to.
Yeah.
Like I'm hoping they at least have an obituary for their parents ready, if they were going for the win. But it didn't seem like they were. But yeah, so shout out UMass, shout out Mizzou. Great experience, but you know, you didn't get it done in UMass. So you were the first home loss on the road trip. So Angel Reese made a complaint with her WNBA salary that wasn't enough to cover the rent. I think her salary, a year is in the 70s.
Yeah, it was 73,000.
Yeah,
Our rent's 96.
that's what I was gonna say. It would 96,000 rent. But how I think of it, right, is until the WNBA ends up making more revenue, I feel like these players have to go with the incentive that them playing is going to get them NIL deals.
Yeah,
and I think
she was making like $1 million a year in college at LSU. So.
But she's still making that.
Well, yeah, she's still making that now. But.
So and more too. She's definitely getting a lot more since she's joined the WNBA.
I just feel like it does a disservice to like the WNBA players who don't have NIL deals, because it's like we look at that and we're like, she's complaining for making $1 million. Like what is this? Like
she was talking about she was paying like $8,000 for rent.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
For rent.
I mean, like, let's just say if she didn't, right, make that NIL money. No one really needs $8,000 rent. I mean, you got a house.
Where is she living? Like,
I think it's some lifestyle choices, but
yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, you see her all over social media.
I just feel like this is a bad thing for the argument here. I feel like it kind of loses credibility a bit because, I mean, you'll never see, like, for example, I'm trying to think, anybody on like a NBA contract, like let's say Isaiah Thomas is gonna pick up minimum. You never see him say like, "Oh, I'm living in this $8,000 rent apartment," like because that's a reason. Like it's not like she's acting like she'd be homeless.
She wasn't. She
like it's So I think it's just it doesn't make any sense, and I don't understand it. But I mean, she could. I mean, it just seems like she's just looking at something to complain about. I think she said another thing about how she got upset with about her boxing out, like how people's I don't know. I feel like every week I hear a story about her complaining about something wrong.
Well, they got to keep her out there in the news and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Do you think this could be a publicity stunt?
I don't know. I don't think so. I just think that she has a platform, so she's trying to get it out there, but it's just kind of backfired a little bit.
I mean, she say something on Twitter is gonna blow up and be like world star and all kinds of stuff. So she kind of has that influence right now.
Yeah. Now the next segment we're going to is the weekly recap for college football. Now, Army and Navy are ranked this late into the year, which that's rare to see both of them ranked. I don't think you deserve it. I think you give it to Nebraska. Nebraska's had tougher opponents. They've been playing great every week. But I mean, they're undefeated.
They're both undefeated, but I don't. That's not going to stick out for the rest because they have to play each other at the end of the season.
And Army plays Notre Dame.
Yeah, they both got to play Notre Dame.
Yeah.
So
you think they're going to be Notre Dame?
No, I think Army and Navy are going to lose those, so they'll be out the top 25.
Now my question is, let's say, so the winner of Army Navy, they're both going to lose Notre Dame. So then, if Army or Navy, one of them wins, do they stay ranked, or do you think one loss is enough to? Because they have an easy schedule.
Yeah, I think their schedule isn't as tough as some other teams, like you said, Nebraska. So I think they play each other. The winner, they're gonna lose to Notre Dame. I don't think they'll be in the top 25 at the end of the season.
Either.
Either, yeah, either.
Okay, yeah. So.
But if they do beat Notre Dame, say Army beats Notre Dame and beats Navy.
That's the program. That's it. Wrap it up.
Do they get a chance to get in the college football playoff?
Notre Dame did this on my team already.
Yeah, that's kind of why I'm like, that's why we got to wrap it up. They lost to NIU.
Yeah.
They lost to a MAC team. I transferred from a MAC team. I know the MAC is not a conference you're gonna rave about in college football. I don't know the last time the MAC was in any sport. I mean, in basketball, they had that one year where they played Arizona in March Madness and won. But I mean,
I haven't heard. It's been quiet over there.
Yeah, I mean that was what 2016? No, or 2017 with DeAndre Ayton. Yeah, Sorry, Mac. Sorry, Whitesell, but Coach Whitesell. But I mean, the Mac. It's not the luxury of the college basketball conferences. So, yeah. So with that being said, I think that at the end of all this, neither will be ranked, and it's just something to talk about for now. We're not gonna care about this in a month or two.
No.
Next one we have here is Ole Miss has lost to LSU. Now, Ole Miss lost to LSU. Now, the thing about Ole Miss losing to LSU here is they have to win out, or they're done. And Jackson Dart realized this and said it in his press conference. This is concerning to me because
I mean, look at the schedule left, though. I mean, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Georgia, Florida, and finishing on Mississippi State. I mean, it's not a cakewalk.
But that's what I'm saying. Like this is tough. This is a hard ask. I don't think he's gonna be able to do it. But I mean, this is concerning because I said on the podcast, Ole Miss was better last year. I still stand by that because they lost Corden Sean Duncans. But now with that being said, I think that Jackson Dart is in trouble because I think this was a game he should have won. And, it's something that I think if he doesn't, I don't know how if he can't beat LSU, how he's going to beat some of these other teams. I mean, Oklahoma's nothing to, Oklahoma's top. So,
Georgia.
Of course, Georgia, I don't know if it's a player thing or a coaching thing because it seems like Ole Miss has never been, since Eli Manning, hasn't been anything special. So, I
Where
don't
do you
know.
think they're going to go the last 5? You want me to say that? I'll name them again. Oklahoma, Arkansas, Georgia, Florida, and Mississippi State in that order.
I think they lose one. I think.
It's a Georgia game.
I think. But I really hope they win. I love Ole Miss. Hotty toddy, man. But it's going to suck because I really do like the culture in Ole Miss.
Yeah.
It's a fun school. But it just, in any sport, I mean, football's their sport. SEC, like Bama, for example, they're great at basketball now for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know. Since Colin Sexton, they've just turned around their basketball program. But Ole Miss has never been good at basketball. So now the fact that they're not good at football, I don't know how they're going to sell these recruits anymore, or just people to go to school in general. So they got to figure this out.
They still got a chance. So.
It's all about that Georgia. You beat Georgia, you have a chance. Now the last game is a very controversial one, and it is the Oregon versus Ohio State game. What a crazy finish!
The 12th man loophole, crazy at the end of the game, adding another player on the field, getting a penalty, and running the clock. I mean,
what's your thoughts on that?
I just thought it was crazy. I mean, I saw the NCAA already fixed it, so you can't do that. But I mean, that's a smart play. I mean, was it 10 seconds left, and they ran off like 4 or 5 seconds off the clock, and then the QB ended up not even getting a pass off on the last play. So
it's similar to what Caitlin Clark did. I remember where she just chucked the ball up in the air with like 4 seconds left. Now my question about both of these, I don't know if it's a crazy thing to say in basketball. I think if you do that, it should be delay game. That's my opinion. Because I feel like you should have to make an attempt at the basket. That's what I think. What do you think?
I mean,
like in basketball,
I kind of like
with
that.
intentional
I can
grounding.
see that. But I mean, what's the difference in throwing a super long pass then too? Like, what if you just?
What was in the wrong direction?
That wasn't wrong.
She just threw it up
She
like
just
that.
threw it up backwards.
Like think about it. Like when you play basketball, if you make a shot, you can block it, right? And just chuck it up or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you throw it backwards, it's like, what are you gonna do? You can't. You just chase after
delay
it.
game at the time.
But
that kind of situation.
But that's what I think it should be a free throw.
That like a tech.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yes. Because
It's
I think it's cheating. I really do.
Let us know your
First
thoughts.
warning.
But what do you think?
I kind of like that. I think that makes stuff interesting. I mean,
I just like no fan wants to see a game end like that.
yeah.
Like if you could throw the ball when time expires and just celebrate, but there's no reason to throw
it up. And
just throw it up.
like,
Yeah, it just, especially like in this game with Oregon and Ohio State.
Yeah,
you're gonna get the point is the penalty is supposed to hurt. I think when it comes to runoffs should only apply if you're down. If you're up, you should not be allowed runoffs because that's just you're aiding them. The point of a penalty is for it to hurt you.
Right.
So I think these are things that have to be fixed in every league. I think has to fix these loopholes, and I think that we'll see. I don't think they're gonna fix the basketball one. I think it's ridiculous.
I think I'll let that rock. Yeah.
I want to see more people do it because it's just so annoying. It's so annoying. Like, imagine you're in a game, like imagine both of you in a game, and that's how the game ends. In a one possession game.
Yeah, that definitely.
Like that just sucks.
Be a hard foul coming.
But that's a
hard foul.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing is that's why they couldn't foul her because she just threw it off right before, which is ridiculous. But that's the thing. You know how hard it is to get an actual shot. Like you know how much more time it takes to take an actual shot off than chucking it up. Like if you have to take an actual shot off where you have to make an attempt, you have so much more time to foul.
Yeah.
And we're talking basketball. Even a half a second is plenty of time. And so I think for both every sport, this has to be fixed. This is a must fix because I mean Ohio State could have had a chance to win the game, and this was probably maybe game of the year. This game was awesome, and I will say Dylan Gabriel is my favorite quarterback of the matchup. Will Howard's a bum. He's always been a bum. No, right. Ohio State hasn't had good quarterbacks. Kyle McCord, he's doing his thing. Syracuse, but since CJ Stroud, man, I have not liked any of these Ohio State quarterbacks. So, but Dylan Gabriel's gonna go to the NFL. He's been in college since I don't know Obama or whatever. No, it's probably since Trump, but he's been in college for a while. He's I think this is his 6th year. I think it could have been. I think because he got hurt, he was allowed a 6th year. It could be his 5th, but it's 5th. It's either the 5th to the 7th. One of those.
5th to the 7th.
He's
7 years.
He's 24. So
that's 6 then.
Yeah, it's 6th. Yeah, he's old.
Yeah,
he's old.
24 in college.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so this is.
Get it how you can.
What?
With that stuff, so.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to fix it a little bit in football. Like in football, you have to transfer in your 4th year. So you can't stay in a graduate year with the same school. So that's why you see a lot of teams will transfer after their 4th season, even if they don't want to. It's a weird. I don't really get the rule, but it's there. So, but I mean, and you get the COVID year too, because they counted different investments. So you get the COVID year for football, and then you got the and then you get the injury, and you get an injury year. That's 2 extra years. So I got a question for you guys. What do you think about that 2 extra years? Do you think that's excessive, or do you think it should be 1?
I mean, it's actually the same for basketball though, because if you were in college during that COVID time, you got an extra year.
Yeah, but you still get injured.
Yeah, and an injury. Yeah.
Because I'm not talking redshirt.
Yeah.
You get redshirted, right? Get an extra year.
You get redshirted,
and you get injured,
and then you get injured, you get another year,
and then
if you get
COVID,
you get another year.
So it is three.
Yeah, like there could be an 8th year college basketball player.
I knew a girl who had 7 years. She didn't take all 7, but she was my teammate.
Yeah, like
That's
7
crazy.
years. Yeah.
Well, the one thing is, I mean, you get a master's in that time. So
oh yeah, listen,
yeah,
you
she
better.
had a couple degrees.
She's just collecting like Pokemon at that point. But it was just, I mean, to me personally, I think it gets to a point. I think over 7, I'm done. Like, I think 8 is the problem for me because I don't think it's fair. Because Dylan Gabriel,
8 years. Like,
he's an NFL quarterback right now.
Right.
And he's playing like an NFL
Yeah,
quarterback.
playing against 18, 19.
Like,
should be dominating.
That's what I'm saying. Like 24 is like your prime. Like, think about it. Devin Booker put up 70 points at 19.
Yeah.
Like, it's 24. Like, you should be pretty good. And I just feel like that's not fair going to 18-year-olds. I just feel like it's. So I think keep it at 7 because you get your master's if you want at that point, and it makes sense. But 8 is just.
No, it's just actually you just like college.
It's like that guy from Miami.
Yeah, 9th year.
9th year.
Yeah,
like that's come on. You can't tell me it's not excessive.
Yeah.
Or I think there was a kicker. I forgot what school he went to, but he has 2 kids and he's married.
Like a grown man.
Yeah. That to me is kind of creepy, man. If you can double your age, there's a problem. Like if there's someone on the team you're double the age of, that's kind of concerning. Because like you know how like college is with sports.
Yeah.
With sports, it's like you have there's team bonding activities. I feel like it'd be weird if there's a 40-year-old with you guys.
Yeah, no.
I feel like it's different when there's a coach because coaches you have a different relationship with than your players. But I feel like it'd be weird if there's a teammate that was 40.
30, 40
he was I think he was like 38, 39. Like that's to me like I think they gotta be strict on that stuff because it's just not fair.
Yeah.
I mean, that's old enough to play. Like that's old enough to retire from it. Like there's no people his age don't even make it to that far in the NFL. Like that's nuts.
Yeah.
But Yeah, so that's so this is way off track from Oregon, Ohio State. Anyway, big win for Oregon State. I think this is a problem for Ohio State now because they already have a loss here. I don't think they're that good, even though they were ranked 4 before. Do you think they will make the college football playoffs? I mean, they're gonna have to win the championship to do it. Do you think they will?
Yeah, I mean, I think they'll make the college football play. They do have some games, some pretty tough ones left though. Penn State, at Penn State, Indiana, and Michigan. You know, the 3 ranked teams that they have left. But,
Michigan's, you know how I feel about
I mean, fraud.
Michigan's awful. Alex Orgy's a bum. No, he's so bad. All he does is run. He can't throw a football, man. Put him on the field. No, seriously, he has no talent. He really doesn't.
He's a fraud.
No. I think he averages 80 yards a game. Like, come on. Like, you're gonna give a guy credit as a D1 with 80 passing yards a game as a quarterback? Like, he's just doing dump offs. Like, I don't know, man. Like, give me the Cortland quarterback, the quarterback, because he won a championship at least.
Yeah.
I think he could throw a screen pass. You know, like,
I think I can throw a screen pass.
You think so?
I think I got one.
Well, you have to have the throw power. That's the thing. Because if it's too soft, it's gonna get picked.
Right.
You think you'll be able to?
I can sneak one in there.
All right, here first. Justin Neely will be able to throw a screen pass in the D1 college football game.
Yeah, I got it.
But I don't know. That's just my take. I think so. I think that honestly, they're gonna have to play Penn State in the championship. I hate Penn State. Actually, no. Wait. I love Penn State. We are. Shout out. I think Casey went to Penn State.
Yeah.
So shout out Casey. But I hate Franklin. I hate Coach Franklin. He's awful. And I hate Drew Aller. He's just a running quarterback. He can't throw. But I love Penn. But it's out of love. It's out of love. I love Penn State so much that I just don't like this team they have here. And I think out of the teams they've had before, this isn't the one that I want to be successful. No, like this isn't Trace McSorley and Saquon Barkley. Like this is Drew. I love Nick Singleton. So if they do beat Ohio State and make the playoffs, it's for Nick Singleton. It's for him. It's for him and him only, and their defense, and Luke Reynolds. I hate Drew Aller. I hate Coach Franklin, and I'm sorry, but it's out of love. It's out of love. If you know, it's Penn State. Hasn't made the college football playoffs. I don't even know. I could not name you the last time they made the playoffs because I don't even know if they made it with Barkley. Like I don't know. That's a problem. See, that's a problem because Penn State is supposed to be a sports powerhouse here. They're not the most academic school in the world. Like they're no Vanderbilt. You know, even the Big Ten, they're no Michigan. Like, what do you go to Penn State for? Sports.
Penn State hasn't made the football playoffs at all since they started it. Like the 14 playoff, they never made it.
That's why I'm telling you, Coach Franklin is a bum. He's always been a bum. I don't know how he's a job. Oh gosh, I spilled my water. I'm sorry. I'll clean it after. But yeah, no, I hate Coach Franklin, and there's a reason. I mean, he's been there for a while, and they've done nothing. I think this may be the team to do it because Nick Singleton's awesome, but I hate to say it, Big Ten. This is not a good year for the Big Ten. I mean, I really just watch SEC and ACC. Like I don't really feel excited anymore for Big Ten games. Like I think Oregon gets in, right? And then there will be, like I said, there'll be Oregon, and then you get a second. Either Penn State or Ohio State will be that second, and that's it. But you think Ohio State's gonna make it over Penn State? Because you're telling me there's no way
If they win that game, yeah, absolutely. They're gonna get in there.
Well, yeah, it's an automatic bid. But yeah, I mean, I don't see it happening. I really don't. And the saddest part about it, I don't know if you know the story. Coach John Jenkins from Ole Miss transferred to. He was everything Ole Miss. He was getting the ball 30 times a game. Like he was their savior, right? And he transferred to be in a split back situation in Ohio State with Trey Henderson, who's been there forever. So that must suck. You just transferred from a school where you're the hero at to be in a 50-50 situation and you're losing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's a tough situation for him. I think he's regretting it. If I guarantee if you had us again, he would have went to Bama or something like that. But hopefully everything goes well with him because his draft stock. I mean, you see Ashton Genty, obviously his amazing season. So he was supposed to be the number one running back, 100%. Now it's like he's going to drop to 5, and that's the problem you see in college sports. Is sometimes the team is what causes your draft time to stop, and that's just unfortunate for him. Now the last thing I want to talk about college football before we change the subject completely is, oh gosh, now I forgot what I was going to say.
Cam Rising.
Oh yeah, no that. But one more thing before that. But what we're talking about, Army and Navy. Now my big sleeper team this year, 100%. I mean, I don't know if they're a sleeper team anymore. I love Vandy. I absolutely love Vandy. They have turned their season around. I don't know what happened, but they beat Bama and they have not looked back. Won again this week, and if they win out, they're in the college football playoffs. I don't know the last time I don't think they've ever been in the college
They
football
got
playoffs.
some games though.
That's your thing. they got some games though.
They got Texas. That's at Vandy. LSU at LSU and Tennessee at home.
Don't care. I
Don't
love
care.
Vandy. You saw that Bama game.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
something. They're special. Their quarterback is great. I love their quarterback in Vandy. And that last thing, Cam Rising. Unfortunate situation here. He got hurt in the preseason last year and was out for the season. Now he's out for the season again. I don't know what he does here. He's another one of those 9 years. So
I mean,
15 years. I don't know how long he's been in college. 9, 15. Like he's old. I think he's the oldest quarterback in college football. I think he's either 24 or 25. He's.
I mean, at that age, it might be time to back it up.
It's
24,
tough.
25.
Because the thing was, he was a first round pick like last year, and now it's like, just because he can't stay healthy, like he's probably have to go like the XFL route, or
Yeah.
that's unfortunate here.
Super unfortunate.
Hopefully, I don't know what happened. He was healthy his first few years, and now it's unfortunate, but okay, all right. What a finish last night to the Liberty and Lynx game. Sabrina Ionescu, what a shot!
Yeah, no, it was a crazy shot. I was watching just before this podcast. I mean, listen, Liberty, they're looking for their first championship, so they're coming to play. I mean, the next one's at Minnesota, so let's see what they can do.
Yeah, they're 1 win away.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, Sabrina Ionescu, man, that shot, ice in the veins, time expiring. I think there was 1 second left.
Yeah.
So the
was a second left.
See, my problem is they didn't get a shot off at that last second. So I don't know what the coach was thinking, but I don't know why. I see so many times in these big situations, you get 1 second off. It's worthless.
Yeah.
Because it takes about what I think 1/4 of a second to get a shot off.
I think with 0.5 you can shoot the ball.
Yeah, or 0.5. So a second, you could get a shot off,
Yeah, quick catch run there.
and they got nothing. So it wasn't even blocked. She just it wasn't like blocked off it wasn't a turnover. It was just
Didn't get it up.
no, unfortunately. But so yeah, my prediction here. I'll go first. I like the Liberty in this one because not just that they're up, this team is stacked.
Oh,
You know,
come on.
So you got every name you want here. You know, you got obviously Sabrina Ionescu, then you got Vandersloot, of course, and then you have
Brianna Stewart.
Brianna Stewart.
Had
Brianna
21
Stewart.
in game 2.
She had a 30 ball last night too.
Yeah.
You know, more than the score. It's UConn girls, UConn women's basketball,
Yeah.
greatest program ever. They're awesome. I mean, you see it here. I mean, they're. See, the thing is, the biggest thing about the Lynx is they're really good defensively. But what can't you defend? The perfect shot. And that's what they're doing to them. They're just shooting too perfect where it's like, what are you going to do? So what are you guys' thoughts on this?
I initially thought the Lynx were going to take it after game 1, but I think since the Liberty took that game, I think they're going to win it back home in game 5. I'm going to say Lynx tomorrow night.
Lynx
Going
tomorrow
to
night?
5?
Lynx win the game tomorrow night, but I think the Liberty are going to take it at home on Friday.
I agree.
Or it will, I guess, be Sunday.
No, I'm going with the Liberty. Sorry, Sabrina. Her shoes are too good, sorry.
What did you say?
I said I'm going with Sabrina with Liberty.
Okay, yeah. I think it's an easy call here. I mean, I can't believe they haven't won ever.
Yeah,
Like, this team is awesome.
that was news to me. It said they haven't won a championship yet.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I mean, you know, when I think, I'm a pretty new watcher when it comes to WWE. I think like when I think of powerhouse, I think of the Aces.
Yeah.
So I think I just can't believe that. You know, I mean, they deserve it though. There's nobody closer. Like the woman Curry is. I know it's that simple. No, it really is. I mean, her playmaking ability is unbelievable. You know, she's a good ball handler. And like I said, my biggest thing is the reason why I prefer. You could make an argument, you know, obviously with her and Caitlin Clark. My thing is though, I just think she's so much better moving off ball than Caitlin Clark is. And the thing is, Caitlin Clark can shoot from everywhere, so can she. But I just think it's so important to be able to have that off ball movement she has, and you've seen it here. I think that's what's making her so dominant is because she's able to make herself open, you know, and I think that's a problem people underrate because like Caitlin Clark, I don't know how she play against this Minnesota Lynx team because of that. It's like they're gonna, you know, they can lock her up. I mean, she can, I guess, shoot from, you know,
shoot from half court.
every play. But I think that's what's making. I think to me that's what makes Sabrina Ionescu so polished because of that. And I hope that's something Caitlin Clark can work on in the future. But I mean, the problem is I guess when you have that safety blanket of being able to shoot from half court, sometimes you're like,
you don't really need to do that.
But I think that's. But I mean, vision wise, they're both awesome. I mean, they both see the court in ways that I haven't seen before. So I really do like the Liberty here, and I think that they'll win it. But shout out to the Lynx. I mean, the Lynx. I mean, from what I've heard, you know, have a good history. You know,
they've been a powerhouse. I mean, when Maya Moore was there, they were amazing, and with Lindsay Whalen too, they were really good.
Yeah, whenever I hear Minnesota Lynx and Maya Moore, it's always this unbelievable timeline. But yeah, shout out. Anyway, now this is a good segment. So Collier wins Defensive Player of the Year from the Lynx. See, this is my take on it. I think that the Lynx are a better defensive team. But if you're telling me who's the better individual player, I think it's A'ja Wilson. I mean, I think she had the better.
I think she had better stats too. I think she was like 9 defensive rebounds and 2 blocks.
Yeah, she was unbelievable.
Like 8 and 1.9 or something. So it was pretty close, but.
I mean, the Lynx have the better defense as a team.
Yeah.
But that's.
Yeah, I think that's probably what they're looking because she's like the focal point of a defensive team.
Now I got a question for you. You don't think it was like a LeBron effect where it's like you don't want to give the best player every award? Because I think that might be the reason.
Yeah.
Maybe, but the Aces had kind of a down year this year.
But she didn't.
She didn't, but I mean, you also have to look at the team impact.
It's not a team award, though.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean.
Yeah, but I think the team plays into it, like team success.
What has Embiid done with the Sixers? I mean
Minnesota was kind of sneaky, too, though. They were ranked, like, kind of low, and they got the 2nd seed, I think.
Yeah,
so
yeah, I just don't really see teams. Well, what about Westbrook when he won? I don't think they made the playoffs. I remember they were awful that year. That Thunder team.
MVP season, I think they made the playoffs.
But they were awful.
In the first round, though. Yeah,
they were awful.
They were,
but that's what. It's not a team success thing here. I mean, A'ja Wilson won MVP.
Yeah.
Why didn't she win Defensive Player of the Year? I think it's because she won MVP.
Yeah, both.
No, I do think it might be bad for the sport if you had someone win Defensive Player of the Year and MVP. But I mean, so you guys think it's just because of the team success? You don't think it's because of that?
Yeah, I think it's.
All right.
It's team stuff.
One thing I don't understand is I feel like the WNBA is treating Caitlin Clark completely different than the NBA treated Bird and Magic when they came to the league. I feel like.
You know. Go ahead. Yeah.
It's clear she's brought STEM to a level they've never been at before. I mean, the attendance at Fever games are nuts, and the Fever last season was a ghost town.
Right.
I mean, there were nothing, literally, and she's brought not just them but every other team in ratings. Now, when the NBA had Bird and Magic come to the league, they treated them like kings. And I don't see that happening. I think they're doing the opposite.
You don't treat Caitlin Clark well?
No, I think the league, yes, not the players. That's how I think.
Yeah, I mean, I was just watching something with Magic Johnson. He was talking about this actually, like the comparison of Kalen Clark and Angel Reese to him and Larry Bird. I mean, Angel Reese and Kalen Clark, they elevated the WNBA. You know, they brought all the attention to them, but I kind of agree with you on that because she's getting like backlash and hate from her own teammates, which is like wrong. But I mean,
Well, not just that. My problem is the amount of like. It seems like she's targeted sometimes. Like the amount of time she's been hit
yeah, I
and
mean,
pushed. Like it seems like.
Yes. I mean, I think it's just
You think it's
maybe on a broader scale
Scale.
on social media, and everything is just getting put out there more often. Like I'm sure this was happening 7 years ago when so many people didn't watch. It was just, I mean, and she is one of the best, so of course, when you're the best, people are gonna be on you. But I think it's just kind of blown out of proportion.
It's one of portion.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think the WNBA itself treats her well, but I mean, other players that might be mad, but are like Jess said, it probably something that's already been happening to former players. Like I'm sure Brittany Griner when she first got into the league was getting beat up and stuff like that.
I'm just saying you can't. I don't think. No, it's not a skill thing.
No.
You know,
Yeah.
it's about what she's done for the game.
Yeah.
That's really no one's done this before for the WNBA. I mean, the thing is, WNBA is a really new league, and that's why, this is finally happening. Like for the NBA, I mean, I remember, I think they were going to go bankrupt if Magic and Bird didn't come in. They were doing awful. So it's
guys are trying to take them out too because they were making more money and this is more fame, I guess, this and that. So they kind of, I feel like they had similar treatment.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah, like how Caitlin Clark does. But I mean, the NBA protected them though.
That's what I'm saying. I don't see that in the WNBA with Caitlin Clark. I think
they just kind of let it nerd.
I also think they're tough with the techs on her too. I mean, what, she had 6 or 7 techs.
Yeah.
That's nuts. I mean, she was one away from being suspended.
Yeah.
We talked about that actually on the podcast. I'm gonna ask you the same question. Do you think if she got settled, would you if you're the league, do you still suspend her?
I mean, Taurasi got her 7th and they rescinded it or whatever. So I mean, I think they probably would have done the same for Caitlin Clark. Just maybe solely based on the fact that people pay so much to see her for one game, and if that's the game she's suspended, then.
Now, do you think other players respect that, or do you think they're just like F that kind of thing?
Definitely F that. And then with anybody else, you taking some time off.
Some time off. Yeah, I mean, now something that's been talked about a lot in the media is if the WNBA should expand to a best-of-5 format in the first round.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, I was looking at some numbers. I mean, the finals from WNBA brought in 1.34 million viewers, which is the most it's ever had in 23 years. And also, I mean, looking at, first of all the first round series were sweeps, 2-0. And then the other thing is, like, it's best of 3, so, and then 2 of the games are going to the top seed at home, so there's no advantage for the other team. You know what I'm saying? I feel like in a best of 5, you could split it up even, where both team kind of gets that, advantage, even though the top seed still, they get the home games first, which, more impactful. But, the Lynx playing the Mercury, both games were in Minnesota, and then they just lost 2, and that was the end of the series, And they're getting viewership as well, so I feel like they could definitely extend it.
Yeah, I think the problem is you're not getting the best teams with how it is, because best of 3 is all luck at that point, right?
Yeah.
I think best of 5 gives you the best chance at getting the best teams. That's what I want to see. What's your take on that?
Yeah, I also agree. If you want to keep building the league, then show more games so people can see. Everyone loves playoff basketball, so the more you show it, the more people are going to watch it.
It's also an awesome time. There's no NBA to compete for.
Yeah, NBA just started with preseason. No one's really watching that.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So I think that as long as they keep it at this time of the year, I think it's fine. Obviously, you don't want to go into November because then there's going to be problems with ratings and stuff like that. But I think best of 5, I think is how it should be. So Justin Fields has been benched for Danger Russell Wilson here. Yeah, I don't like it because they just won.
Yeah, 4-2 right now.
4-2, won the first 3 games. I don't understand it because if you're winning, why would you change it? Because it's so hard to win in the NFL.
I mean, Justin Fields said himself, he was like, he'd be the starter if he was playing better. I mean, look, the last 2 games, throwing like 56% accuracy, and he got the 6th most sacks so far. I mean, he kind of put it on himself like it was his play, but they're 4-2, so
You think
I
a
feel like
sack is a quarterback sack?
I think you can blame offensive line, but I think there was like half of them were on him.
Okay.
That makes sense. Like he could have made a play to get out or got rid of the ball, or
My problem really with this is he's a young quarterback. You gotta want to stop development. Russell Wilson call it. And no, like he has nothing to do anymore. He's done everything. He's won a Super Bowl. He's been a top quarterback for a lot of years with the Seahawks. He's done it. He's done the dream. I mean, I don't want to talk about what's going on in him, future.
You think he's just stealing reps at this point?
Yeah, no, I think so because you're 4-2.
Yeah.
I don't think that it's helpful for the future of the Steelers to have a mid-30s quarterback playing when you're already winning with the younger quarterback. Like if it was 0-4, obviously, but I mean 4 and plus, think about it. I mean Russell Wilson's not familiar with this offense, so you're 4-2 and you're gonna put a quarterback who's never played with an offense before, and you're just gonna throw him out there. It just to me, it's like what if it goes wrong? What if he doesn't win the offense well enough? I mean he's a veteran, so he should. But he wasn't successful in Denver. He hasn't been successful in years. I mean since pre-COVID. It seems like no, seriously. I don't know. Like the Seahawks haven't been good since like 2018. So, I mean, it's not like he's coming off like a savior. He's not coming off like big seasons like Rodgers did when he won MVP and then went to the Jets. So I don't like this call at all because if you bench Justin Fields, you did that. That's done. You put Russ and you are losing. Where are you going to go back to Justin Fields? And then what? He's defeated, lost all his confidence. He's now he doesn't have a hot hand anymore because he's taking a break from first. Because in the NFL, one quarterback is first team reps. You can't give both players first team reps. So he's not gonna be as familiar with the offense. And then I just think it's a contagious thing to do because once you're switching, it's hard to go back, and you don't know what's gonna happen. So I think they should have kept. Justin Fields until they started losing. If you lose 2 games in a row, fine, bench him. But coming off a win, I don't understand it. Do you think he has a chance to actually be the starter for the Steelers? Or do you think it's just like a fill-in?
I mean, this probably originally was supposed to be a fill-in spot, but I mean, at 4-2, I think I give, like you said, give him 2 losses.
No, I'm not saying your opinion. I'm thinking with the team.
Oh.
Like Mike Tomlin. You think Mike Tomlin thinks this guy can be their starting quarterback?
Yeah, he should.
Then why isn't he? What more does he have to do then?
Play better. He said it himself.
I hate those
Play
terms.
better,
It's
like,
so subjective. Like, what does that even mean? Like, what is better? Because 4-2 is.
That's okay.
I mean, I went to Dolphins are 4-2. The Jags wish they were 4-2. There's so many teams that would I've just never seen a team complain about being 4-2. But whatever. We'll talk about this back again, I'm sure, in a week or two. And if they lose
as a starter.
If they lose the next 2 games, I'm going off on Mike Tomlin because I think he's overrated to begin with.
Really?
Yeah, he had this stupid record of no losing.
He doesn't
season.
lose.
He doesn't win either.
He's just average.
He's just average every year. Who cares?
Yeah.
That's what I hate about records. He has a record for being average. Like who cares? No, seriously. He is the king of going 8-8. Who cares? People argue that he's the best coach of all time for being 8-8. That's insane. He has 1 Super Bowl win with Ben Roethlisberger in his prime, with Heinz Ward.
I saw Ben Roethlisberger said Justin Fields should be starting.
And it seems like that doesn't even matter. It's, Tomlin's, he's all right. He's not great. So I think that. You think he'll have a losing season though?
A losing season? I think if he starts rust.
You think so?
Yeah, loses.
All right. You're gonna have to
Heard it
cut
here
that.
first. We'll come back to this.
I for sure he's he's that guy that cares about that set so much where if he needs that one win, he's gonna do whatever he can.
Whatever it takes to go 500.
No, it's crazy how many times they end up needing that last game and they always get it.
Yeah.
It's impressive. But yeah, all right. So unfortunately, it has been confirmed by Gino that Azzy Fudd and Ashley Griffin will be out to start the season. I originally said on the podcast that I think the national champion will be UConn, but after this news, I think it's UConn. Unfortunately, is injured every year, and they always pay the price. So I think I'm gonna have to switch my pick here at USC. Stacked USC team, of course, and Judy Watkins leading the charge here. Even like South Carolina, with Pow and they're stacked all around as well. Even though they lost Cordoza, but they lose people every year, so it doesn't even matter. So I think UConn's gonna struggle here, losing all of these using these two players, and I mean I hate to say it, but it blows my mind to think that Paige Becker's gonna have another healthy season. It just doesn't seem like it just doesn't seem like her body it's possible. It seems like last year was an absolute blessing for her. Because she's never healthy, man. Never healthy. So unfortunately, I think unfortunately for Gina, he's had so much success with UConn, obviously. I think he's the greatest coach in women's history. But I just think that this team could be injury-riddled again, and that's going to cost them. What do you guys think about this UConn team?
I mean, Fudd's supposed to be back before, Aubrey comes back. Because I believe Aubrey's injury was in, January, so that kind of pushes her back. I mean, torn ACL is, a full year.
Yeah,
I would know.
And you also know the problem, that it doesn't
definitely.
Always recover when they say it's going to recover.
Well, mine took, 2 seasons to get back, I'm just getting back now. But, I mean, for her, they want Aubrey to be back, January, but it's...
We don't know, that's the problem.
Yeah, but she hasn't, she hasn't really done anything. She hasn't ran practice, But hopefully they'll get back at some point this season.
That's what I'm saying. They might not even come back.
Yeah, they might not even come back. So it's kind of up in the air. And then for Aubrey, I don't know, because if you get to January, February, and
you just call it.
Yeah,
I think that's smart.
I think it'd make more sense to just sit out the season, honestly.
Kind of your situation when you
situation.
played with Temple and Potsdam, and then you saw how you feeling. I hope they do the same thing. Don't force her out there.
Yeah.
Because I think it's going to be more harm than good at that point.
Yeah, absolutely. And then she'll get an extra year to come back, really be 100%. So.
She's already the 6th year, I think, though. So who knows if she'll take that year.
If the NIL's talking.
Yeah, that's true. It is UConn.
They do pay well.
I'm sure they do.
All right. So what do you guys think about them on the year? Think UConn's still going to be the favorite to win it?
I mean, I think they kind of did reload. I mean, they took the point guard from Princeton. She is really good. And I mean, I played against Daisy Fudd in high school. She was amazing. Just one of the toughest players to guard. If you leave her open, she's knocking it down. So when they get her back and you have Paige at the point, they already have a little bit of chemistry. It's going to be pretty scary to see, I think. But I don't know. We'll see what Gino's working with this year.
Yeah, I think they're the best team healthy. My problem is I don't know that Azzy Fudd I'm getting. I don't know the Ashley Griffin I'm getting.
Right, yeah.
And
you also don't return as the same player, too.
Yeah.
You have to kind of.
Well, I mean,
adjust.
AZ tore her ACL in high school also.
Yeah.
So she's a couple ACLs in. So.
But that doesn't mean the first one's going to heal like the second one.
Yeah.
True.
That's the problem. Is what I've heard is everybody who tears their ACL, it's like a brand new body part, and you don't know how that's going to feel. It's like you have to, and I mean with basketball, you're using that part of your leg all the time.
Yeah.
Especially in her position. But I just think it's going to be tough for them. But fully healthy, best team. I love UConn. They're awesome. They've always been awesome in every sport. No. They've been. No. Take it back. No, they've been awesome on both genders of basketball.
There you go.
We'll go with that. And it's but yeah, I mean, So I'm not, I'm never concerned about UConn. Like I said, fully healthy. I'm hoping they come back healthy. Nothing I want more to see that in a women's college basketball championship for UConn. Because I mean, if the men and women could win in the same year, that would be pretty cool.
They're on a little bit of a dry spell.
They are.
We call it 5 years like a dry spell or whatever. I don't know.
Well, no, but the thing about that is, now that the men are starting to win,
Yeah.
the women aren't. It's kind of tough. It seems like they're always on different ends of it. When the men win, the women lose. When the women win, the men lose. So it's been unfortunate, but I mean, I don't know if you guys know this. I don't remember the last time that happened when a men and a women's team. Because I feel like that might be one of the most impressive things to do in college basketball. Because it's just so hard to get both teams. Like, it's so hard to win a national championship alone and to get both sides.
Maybe back with what's his name, Shabazz Napier. Maybe. I don't know.
I know they won with Kemba in UConn, but I think that might be it. I think it might be 2008. That's my guess with UConn. I don't think any other team could have done it. I don't know if that's kind of disrespectful.
Yeah, UConn in 2004 and 2014.
2014. Oh, you're right. With the Shabazz Napier year. Yeah.
That's a good pull.
Wait, was that DK staff?
No, not 2014.
Really? He might have, because he joined like right around that time, like 2015.
I think it was Kevin Ollie.
No, Kevin Ollie was DK staff. Because I know Kevin Ollie was DK, but the thing is, DK joined his second year. Kevin Ollie, I don't know if it was because it might have been his first year. I think it was his first year that he won the championship, and the second year is when DK joined. So I think it was the year after. I think DK joined the year after. That's my guess. Unfortunately, he could have changed with the national champion. That's tough. But yeah, Kevin Ollie was after the coach for Shabazz Napier because Kemba was Calhoun and Calhoun didn't win since then. Yeah, I mean that UConn team was not that good. I mean they got lucky. I mean they were just
like an
2016.
Yeah, I mean that's not a UConn team, really.
He was at 2016.
2016.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2014 they won. You can't choose. All right. Yeah, I knew it was similar. Like I knew it was within a few years, and Kevin Ollie was his coach. All right, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think any other team could do it now. I unfortunately, I think UConn is the only team that's that dominant in men's and women's. I mean, no one cares about South Carolina men's basketball here.
Yeah.
And I mean, the only thing
since Frank Martin left. So.
Yeah. So unfortunately, UConn's gonna have to do it again because it's the only team that's gonna do it.
Or the Great Danes are gonna get done.
Yeah.
Two natty champs.
Two natty champs. Heard it here first.
All right. Well, if that happens,
this season. Remember this day.
I will make
episode 14.
I will make you a deal, and I will promise you this. I'm not in capping. If they win both natty champs, I will buy every Influx jersey in the rest. I'm not even joking. I will.
All right, that deal. You heard it here first.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah, that's a lot of money going.
So if you do that, that's how I return the favor. But yeah, so do a lot of wine this season.
Yeah.
I don't know how many players you have in Influxers. I know there's a few that aren't on there, but. Everyone. I'm just gonna add a card. I'm gonna come in without unboxing the podcast. 30 jerseys lined up on the table, But yeah, that's what I'll do for that. But that would be insane. I don't think that's big. I mean, we're talking Big East basketball.
Yeah.
So for the American East to do, not even like Vermont, but.
You said all the missing us was crazy.
No, I'm taking it back. No, we're rewording this.
We're keeping this in there too.
No. That's not what I meant. I meant the opposite. What I meant is, it's been hard enough for like they used to do it. It's hard to see teams like the Vermont's been dominant, and they couldn't even get close.
Yeah, we won in the tournament in the past. I think 3 seasons. Actually, they lost in the first round.
And this season they had both teams make it.
Yeah.
The women's and the men's.
Yeah.
So I mean we gotta get both those back this year, but I think between unfortunately those last 1 minute of your game and then you guys were injured. Oh wait, no, you were on that team, so it don't matter.
Yeah.
No, sorry.
So their
But, yeah,
last
no,
4 minutes of their
they
game
were-
was crazy.
Well, not even that. They were just injured.
Yeah.
Everyone just got hurt. It was unbelievable. You couldn't buy. I mean, both teams. So stay healthy, please. Both teams. Don't get hurt. Do not get hurt.
That's the play.
We can't afford injuries here. All right. This is why I hate Joel Embiid. No, seriously. He's like, I don't want to play with back to back in my career. Like this guy's the ultimate complainer.
I mean, bro, not playing back to back for the rest of your career is crazy.
He's so lazy. You see him going down the court. He doesn't. He just.
I think he's still injured. Like his knee after that injury, and he tried to like rush back to play, just kind of messed up his whole thing. I mean, last year he only played 39 games.
Yeah, he's cooked. He's done. His career's over.
No, like
Yeah,
he's not the same Joel Embiid you had MVP for years ago. That's how I mean when I say career's over. Because like you saw him against the Knicks, he was just wobbling like a penguin out there.
He runs like he's hurting.
Yeah,
Body
he's like,
hurts.
it just seems like he doesn't even want to get to the other side of the court. Like he's like, oh, I gotta go to the other
He's
side.
only
Oh,
30, so he's not crazy old.
Yeah, he might never make it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Nah.
yeah. I mean, this team. I mean, the Knicks with the Knicks how they are now, it's way harder than the Knicks they played then, and they couldn't get it done. Yeah, I just feel like this is as a coach. If my player said this, like I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
Like this just sounds so bad, like lazy. Like
it's not like a forced situation like Lonzo Ball where he has like this knee injury.
No, yeah, he
you
just
know,
doesn't want to
He
do
just
it.
doesn't want to play back-to-back games. And
I just feel like this is also like kind of selfish in a way because I mean he plays a game for a living.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Think about it. He's calling in sick in playing basketball.
The season. We only show up to week Monday through
That
Wednesday.
is
Show to work
millions
Monday
of
through Wednesday.
kids that want to come.
That's
to
yeah.
play
It's
and
like
don't feel like it.
like imagine this guy had a real 9 to 5. Like well not a real 9 to 5, but just had a 9 to 5 job. Bro can't even play a game once every couple of days. Like that's crazy.
You gotta get your body together, man.
You think that? I don't even think that's the reason. I just feel like he just doesn't even really like the game that much anymore. I think it's just kind
He
of.
doesn't love hoops.
I don't think.
Fraud,
I
is
don't.
that what you're saying?
No, he's not a fraud.
Okay.
He had a great career.
Yeah.
I just think that
I mean,
his
and
mindset is just so toxic. Like
Yeah.
if I was their management, like I'd be like, all right, like I actually would look at moving him because you don't want that in the locker room saying, oh guys, I'm not gonna like even if one person's not giving it your all, it's gonna go to the whole team.
Yeah, it
Like-
definitely spreads. I mean, but then he's the force though. I mean, in the 39 games he played, he averaged 34, 11, and 5.
Yeah.
And what's he done? What's the process
He's
done?
only,
Well,
he
it's
only
just a
played half the
process.
season.
There's no like.
There's no end
process,
point.
It's just a process.
It's just a circle.
Yeah, it's just a circle. It's buffering.
That's the problem. That's the problem with Joel Embiid. I just don't think he's a winner. It's that simple. You think he's a winner?
I mean,
I don't think so.
I want to see him win, but I'm a Heat fan, so let's go, Jimmy. It's time. Khalil Ware is looking amazing preseason and
You also said he's not going to win a chip.
sidetracked, but we're gonna do that. Who?
You also said when we had it on the podcast, Joel Embiid's not winning.
Oh no, he
It's in
won't
the
win a
process.
championship. No, it's unless he come to Miami. Of course, we'll take you. But unless he gets straight requests.
We're actually going to play in Miami.
We don't have a 5-man. Well, we have
Jim-
a rookie 5-man now, but we don't have a true 5.
Oh, yeah, because
Band's really a 4.
Yeah.
playing a 5.
he used to be a 5, and now he's a
Yeah.
4. Yeah, you go to Miami.
Listen, come on, we'll take him. For a
That
discount,
could be the retirement home for college for NBA players.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler's getting there.
Yeah, Jimmy
Yeah,
Butler.
Embiid.
KD was
Oh.
almost Damian Lillard. We'll take all the 35, 36-year-olds.
All the old
all the
ones.
yeah,
Oh.
all the old heads who don't
Yeah.
want to run away from Miami.
I mean, think about it. You don't get taxed. You know,
Yeah, that's-
no, you're home. It's cheap.
You just
Get
not
to live
gonna
in
get paid
Miami.
much, though.
Yeah. You just won't get paid. You know. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know how he's gonna go there. But yeah, I mean, sorry to me, Embiid. You know, he's always just gonna be a good player. He's never gonna be a great player. That's how I look at Embiid. Unfortunately, I know he's an MVP, but
I mean, look, he's still top 5 big in the league.
who cares? If I have a question, if I went on my phone right now
Right.
and typed in the top 5 bigs from 2003 or whatever, right?
Yeah.
2005.
He wouldn't be in that list. 2003, I don't
No, I'm
think.
not. Well, it doesn't matter the year. If I just say a random year, right?
Right.
Who cares about your top 5 in that year? No one
That's
cares.
true.
You have to ask what you did, what you did in
Yeah.
your career, and what has he done? He won an
He
MVP,
got past
and
the
that's
conference
it.
finals, yeah.
Yeah.
Who cares? Like, I'm sorry. I hot take. I think
Fraud.
not just a fraud. I think if you're telling me in 30 years, I think he's a fraud name. I don't think Embiid's gonna be a guy people talk about. It's gonna be Jokic. Jokic is gonna be the
Oh yeah,
biggest.
Jokic is good.
Jokic, you're gonna talk about. And when it comes to centers, I think there's a better chance.
I was like even AD. I don't know.
AD.
Stats wise, maybe not, but
Nah, AD got some numbers though. That's an interesting take.
I'd say
You think
maybe
you
AD.
think in let's say 15, 20 years when you talk about AD more than Joel Embiid.
Yeah, you know.
I think
The brow.
Yeah.
I think
That
maybe-
brow is more iconic than anything Embiid's done.
The brow's more iconic than the process.
Yeah, I think that Joel Embiid. I'm trying to think of centers now, because I hate to say it. I think there's big drop after Jokic. I hate to say it. Like you have Jokic at 1. All right, hot take. I think Cat will be more remembered than
yeah.
than Joel Embiid. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know about Cat.
I was gonna say.
With-
what?
I mean,
Cat?
He
No, I
kind
don't
of
think Cat.
transcended the game in 3-point shooting. I think when it comes to fives,
If he can get a ring within the next 3-4 years, maybe.
but I think he will. I think he.
But I don't think the Knicks are gonna do it.
What do they need? You got the Hart.
They
You got Brunson. You got Cat. You got OG.
No, they have on paper
They
it
have
looks
it.
good, but well they need health first.
Yeah. And they need to
And
beat the Celtics.
I
I'm a
think-
Celtics
they need
fan,
to
so I'm
beat-
biased.
oh,
but-
yes.
Oh, so she's probably gonna say like Al Horford is gonna be remembered in 20 years.
Alright.
In Boston, yeah,
You
I'm
think
sure.
Al Horford's the greatest ever.
All right, all right.
Forget this. Skip it. Knicks, yeah. Tatum's good. All right, whatever.
Yeah, we're the biggest Tatum haters in this podcast.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Tatum's a great player, but
He's a good player. He's not a great player.
He's a good player, not a great.
I think I used to be iffy on him, but I think he's transformed his game. Like all 3 categories: rebounding, shooting.
I still think Jaylen Brown is the guy. And
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, no.
Jaylen
I
Brown's
mean, Jaylen
definitely-
Brown he's just
Batman.
insanely.
But that's what I'm saying. So if you're the 2 option team, that's not even a super team.
I mean, I don't know.
I think he's good. I think he's
He's
good.
definitely
He's
good.
a great
yeah.
shooter. He's a
Absolutely.
good. Like he's not obviously a role player. He's still a superstar. But I don't think like you're putting him with like the Devin Bookers,
The Jimmy Butler.
the Jimmy Butlers. No, true. I will put Jimmy Butler there.
Yeah.
Or like those like top tier. Definitely not KD.
Nah,
Like,
nah,
it's
he's not
just-
there yet.
It's just
I
Jason
wouldn't say,
Tatum.
yeah. I think maybe if you give him another 2 years, I think this year is gonna be like.
He needs 2 more rings.
2 more rings.
2 more rings, and then I'll think about
No, because it's still going to be Jaylen Brown. That's the problem here. We have 4 teams. We have 4 teams in the NBA.
it.
Without
NBA, WNBA.
NBA.
Okay, NBA.
We have 4 teams in the NBA without a mascot. Who are
Without a
they?
mascot,
You get 10 guesses.
the Wizards.
No.
They have a mascot. Oh, they do. It's a Oops. Cut it.
Remember, this guy's a D1 basketball player.
Is it the Heat?
No.
Don't disrespect Bernie like that.
Yeah, he's a pretty big mascot, too.
Yeah, come on. Come on.
He's no Benny, but.
It's Bernie actually. What's his name?
Bull?
No, I mean not Bernie. No, that's his the Heat mascot.
No, I'm talking about. I'm
Oh,
saying he's
Benny,
no Benny.
yeah,
Benny,
yeah,
the Bull's
Benny.
awesome.
Yeah,
he's the
the
goat.
Heat. I'm trying to. I need to.
This isn't.
I
No,
need to look
wait,
at
no,
the
wait,
team
wait,
list.
wait,
I'm just
wait,
looking at the list.
Wait, you have to look at you have to look at a list of NBA teams.
I have to. Yeah.
That's kind of pathetic here.
I'm
This guy plays basketball as his
Maybe-
life and doesn't even know the NBA teams. That's crazy.
No, I know the NBA teams. It's just I
Yeah,
can't
look
think
at
of
them.
the same teams.
I'm
Like
thinking maybe
the Clippers.
No.
They have a mascot.
maybe the
Huh?
Warriors.
Yeah, there you go. There's the first one.
Yeah, they don't.
So that's your 3rd guess. So you have 7 guesses to get 3.
Okay.
Let's lock in, guys. This. I thought this was an easy
The
game.
Magic.
No.
Magic don't have a mascot.
Yes, they do.
I need to do some research on mascots.
This is
crazy.
pathetic.
This is outrageous.
No, the Magic don't. Yeah, the Magic do have a mascot.
Hmm.
This is
Can we get some hints?
No, this is not hard.
Utah.
No.
Phoenix.
The gorilla? You don't know the gorilla? We got a
I do
gorilla.
not know
He's
the gorilla.
awesome.
I do not know the gorilla.
Damn.
I'm letting us down here.
Yeah, no, he's great. When I went to the finals, they had
Oh,
him.
the Knicks.
There he goes, too.
Yeah.
You have like, wait, I gotta remember the guess. How much guess you got? No, time out here.
You got like 5 guesses left.
You're making it up.
Yeah,
You
you
said-
can just guess 2. And me at 7.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, 5 more guesses. So we said the Knicks and who'd you say?
The Warriors.
The
Knicks
Warriors.
and the Warriors.
2 left, 5 guesses. Let's go.
Nets.
There we go. One more.
Yeah.
4 guesses.
It's not the Kings, is it?
Nope, 3.
No. Pacers?
2.
What?
Um,
Lakers.
Yes, thank you.
Lakers somehow.
I thought that was so obvious.
Yeah.
You got it,
Yeah,
barely.
I never even thought of it.
This is not gonna look good for you on TikTok.
According to TikTok, I'm a casual, so it's fine. It's all good.
The Lakers I thought was
Who knows
easy. I
now?
feel like the Lakers is like the #1 team without a mascot. When you think of basketball,
Yeah.
it's like, what are you gonna even use as a mascot? I mean,
2
they got the,
California teams and New York teams. Right? Now you know. The more you know.
2 Californians, 2 New York teams.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, that's crazy. The 2 biggest states, like the 2 biggest sports states,
Yeah.
don't have a mascot. All right, now I'm just gonna do a quick question here. What team do you think out of those 4 deserve a mascot? I think it's easy for me.
The Lakers.
Really?
History. Come on.
I
But
think the
don't know what it
Warriors.
would
I was
be.
gonna say
You know how
the
fun
Warriors
a
too.
warrior would be?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
that's
thinking the
true. I
Warriors.
don't
Like a knight, like a Rutgers kind of thing going on.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what a Laker would be. Yeah, the Warriors probably got the easiest one. You know.
Yeah, you can't really do it, Nick.
Yeah. Or what are the Nets gonna be?
No, you
Big
wouldn't.
net walking around.
It's like the Islanders, for example. The Islanders in hockey, their mascot, the Dragon. So they just said,
Just a random.
yeah.
Yeah,
If you had the Knicks, you'd have to do like someone that, it would be cool to do something that starts with like a K. You know, some K, like Kenny the Nick or whatever.
Yeah, some Tims. Yeah.
Tim's?
Tims.
What?
Oh, it's the Knicks, New York.
Yeah, but you're not gonna get a boot as a mascot.
Backwards brim.
You're gonna have a boot as a mascot?
Listen, whatever.
Oh, you're gonna say what? He's gonna wear a timber like a guy with Timberland
If
a
the
flannel.
Knicks, if the Knicks, what's that flannel?
Wait, no.
If the Knicks mascot wears Tims, it's,
No,
they're gonna
different
get
outfit.
So much,
It's gonna be. I guess we're gonna have Timberlands, like a Montclair coat.
and a Nike Tech.
And yeah, Tim's with a Nike Tech jumpsuit is insane. Yeah, maybe Air Force is in a
Air
Nike Tech.
Force, yeah.
But no one's wearing
Tims
Tim's
and
in a
Nike
Nike
Tech's
Tech.
crazy. It's like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it would make sense. They have orange and blue Nike Techs, but yeah, nah, you're not selling me on it. I'm sticking with the Warrior. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
All right, last game. Queen of the Court. All right, first round we have Queen of the Court. Raven Johnson versus HBL Haley Van Lee. Who is better?
Like, straight point guard.
Who's the better player?
Haley Van Lee.
Yeah.
Everyone, I feel like every girl I've ever talked to that plays basketball hates Haley Van Lee.
I don't hate her.
They always do. They always like, oh, she's still overrated in the
I
Olympic
think
team. She
she's-
shouldn't have been on the
I think
3v3.
she's very overrated. She never should have left Louisville, but I think I'm gonna go with Raven Johnson. I'm gonna go with her. I don't know.
No, I gotta get to the end of this though. Why is Haley Van Lee overrated? I mean, she was great with Louisville. She was awesome.
great with Louisville.
But you say after one season with LSU, it's like she's ridden off the face of the earth.
I think she just really struggled. I think her percentages weren't as.
But it's 1 year. I mean, everyone has a down year. I mean,
we'll see this year with TCU what she can do with that program.
but you're not expecting that. You don't think it's gonna be the same Louisville HBL you saw.
I don't think so.
That's depressing.
Raven Johnson.
Yeah, we got that. All right, now Raven Johnson versus. Wow, this is friendly fire here with Pow Pow. 3-point
Oh gosh.
shooter. One of the greatest 3-point shooters in college basketball.
I'm gonna go with. I like Raven Johnson again.
Raven
All right.
Johnson again.
All right, you got. I got it. Raven Johnson versus Paige Beckers.
Paige.
There we go. I
I mean, they're both great, but I think Paige is by far the best
By far, love to
By far
hear
the
it.
best.
Yeah, of course, she's so
Currently
all
right
around.
now, right
She's
now.
so all around.
Right.
I think she's the most all-around player we've ever seen in college basketball. I really do. She can do anything. Like I've never seen someone more of a complete game. It's insane. She's like the Josh Hart, I would say, like playing southpaw. She can rebound. She can see the floor. There's no flaws. No flaws. All right, Paige Beckers versus Juju Watkins. Final.
Juju.
Overall player,
Yes.
Juju's a buck.
I think Juju's a really good scorer.
I agree, but she's not a really good defender.
Yeah.
She's not a really good
I think
rebounder.
I'm still gonna go with Paige.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know why you did. You're just a UConn fan.
No, it's not even that. No, I told you I agree with Gino's decision to take Paige over Kayla Clark because Paige Beckers makes everybody 1 through 5 the best versions of themselves. And I don't think another player in women's basketball does that as much as she does.
Right.
I think she's so underrated because of that. I think she makes everyone around her so much better that they forget how good she is because she's always taking the backseat. I mean, look at her last year. I mean, she was always taking the backseat for Alicia Edwards and Nika Rule. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, I hate to say it, she's way better than both of them. You
Yeah.
know, but she let them shine
Yeah.
because she's that, she's just that good of a person. Now, so you have Juju, you have Paige. Obviously, tiebreaker goes to me. I'm going Paige Beckers. I think honestly, with Juju is, I'm sorry, she was a freshman. Like, you're gonna care. I think taking a freshman over, I think a senior is nuts.
Yeah.
I mean,
And if you're going based off scoring, I would definitely
yeah.
I would take Juju. But I
but
think
Paige isn't a
is-
scorer. That's not really fair for Paige's game.
Paige can be a scorer. I mean, she just has so much she can do.
Yeah, but I think if, like, for example, the problem is like she's so good at every category, she's never gonna be the best at anything.
Yeah.
Because there's always gonna be a better rebounder, always a better shooter. But she's gonna be the best all-around player. That to me that's more important. I want a player who can do everything. I don't want to think about it. In any situation, you can always have Paige Beckers on the court. You can't always have Juju Watkins on the court. Like, for example, if you were, let's say you had a stacked team, right, and you needed the ball back, I wouldn't have Juju Watkins on the court. I would have her on the court after you call a timeout to score. But I'm not putting her on defense. If you there's better defensive point guards on Juju. So